Everyone gets what they truly want from the market, even if it means staying exactly where they are. Just look around you and be honest with yourself. Are you that trader that you envision yourself, or you are stuck in a loop of losses and tomorrows that will never come? Getting these type of results in trading is not about talent. It's not about having, extraordinary skill. I show up in the markets every single day and I put in the work. Work is not just executing trades. It's asking yourself what is working, what is not working, and then having, a discipline to adjust and adapt to all of the things that you are doing right and leaving everything else that you are doing wrong. But then when it comes to putting in the work so you can get better results, a lot of people become automatically lazy. This is because you are expecting to see a YouTube video that tells you, when you see the market doing this, do that. When you see this, do this. That can never happen. You have to put in the work to know what are the market conditions, when it works for this, that, and the other. So instead of sitting down and putting in the actual work, people would rather just stay and chase the dream. Now, stop waiting for motivation. Build the discipline here. Master consistency in the charts. Confront your losses and be committed to the work that is required from you from these charts. And you're going to watch your trading, your life in general, everything around you start to transform for the better. Now, let us get to work. We will start with the Nasdaq and on the weekly time frame. Last week was an absolutely fantastic week for my inner circle and in fact the whole free signal group, because I did share these exact same trades that I took with my whole team with everyone else. If you want to check out on those setups, make sure you click the link in the description below. And we had some really beautiful trades on Nasdaq. We saw a really great P&L for last week, which is a really good feeling when you have a winning week, right? But if you're new, finding the channel for the first time, welcome. We trade the Nasdaq over here. If you're returning, welcome back here. You know what's up. Don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. We are starting on the weekly time frame on Nasdaq because that is where you can see a clear trend line that is forming here. And as you know, I am all about simplifying trading. My core tools are trend lines, simple support and resistance levels, nothing too complicated. We have a trend line here, but this time is on the weekly time frame. If you notice, on the daily time frame, we had several trend lines that we have been following for the past few weeks, and the market has broken through out of those trend lines. And remember, a daily breakout doesn't automatically mean that the market has reversed its trend. We need to look at the bigger time frame to get a bigger overall picture. Now, I want you to notice how the market has come back to sit at this, weekly 10 line. This is a key point of interest, a really interesting point of interest, because I marked it up last week and I shared it with everyone, which is why you should have taken this trade. I hope everyone really took advantage of it. Now we are looking for confirmations. So will the market break out of this trend line, or will it respect it and push upwards and continue with the overall trend that we have on Nasdaq? Now remember, this is a weekly time frame trend line, so it would take time for us to see a clear confirmation, right? We will have to wait for the weekly candlestick to close so that we can see if it's actually rejecting. So that means we will have to trade the whole week. But what I want to derive from this weekly time frame is we can see that the market has come to our point of interest and it has been rejected with a really strong week. This shows us that buyers have stepped into this market at a specific point of interest. So we're going to drop to a lower time frame and see if the buying pressure is actually holding. On the daily time frame, we can clearly see the point of interest where the buyers are reacting off of, and we have marked it up right here. Now the market might consolidate within this level, but as long as it's respecting this trend line, we will be looking for potential buying move. And personally, from a technical point of view, I will be looking for buying opportunities on the Nasdaq starting from this current level. And if we drop down to the 4-hour time frame, we can see a smaller level that is forming here. We want to see the market break out of this level, so we're going to draw our resistance levels. If the market breaks this resistance, buying momentum has been confirmed. We will be buying it to the next resistance, waiting for it to break it again. So this is what we will be looking at for this coming week. And notice the buyers have already shown their strength within this 4-hour candle, which is a really great sign. As for Nasdaq, I really like the setup. I really like everything about it. I will be looking to buy Nasdaq for this current week if the market remains respecting this setup. That's how you simply need to look at the charts. Don't complicate anything here. We're gonna dive straight to US30, and I want you to notice something. US30 and Nasdaq are giving us similar vibes, right? Which means the buyers are stepping in, showing a sign of strength. We closed off last week with really nice bullish momentum on both Nasdaq and US30. But here's the catch on US30. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see a really nice sort of a pin bar candle, which is a really nice sign of buying power. But when you zoom in on the daily time frame, just look at that. The buyers are stepping in, yes, but at a random point, no clear level, no point of interest. And I don't play that game. Random entries are a recipe for disaster, right? We need a structure, we need a plan. I am always saying this. So let's throw a trend line on the daily time frame and just look at that. US30 has broken out of this trend line, and in my own opinion, from a technical point of view, sellers are still holding strong despite the buyers that we have seen stepping in. I'm not convinced, right? I need to see US30 coming back to this key point of interest, and that point is a previous resistance level that was now turned into a support. That's where I am waiting on. I want to see US30 retest that level, and then we will ride it up to the top. But if we're looking for day-to-day trades, as usual, we can use the horizontal raise. If it breaks this level, then yeah, the buyers are serious in this position. We're ready to push the market higher. That's actually so simple, right? No need to overcomplicate anything. All right, let's talk about gold, which is our last chart. We've been patiently waiting for gold. As you can see here, my point of interest is still marked up. It rejected last week from another point that I'd highlighted. Now, for those that watched the weekly analysis for last week, this would have been a nice trade that you caught on gold. It really just rejected from the point that we had highlighted, but I didn't take this trade because I had another point that I wanted, and it didn't quite hit my level, right? This first level was too risky for me, so I stayed out. And now here's the plan. The support level is the first one that I'm watching out on, and of course my main support level that I have, the one that I've been waiting for. So we're at a crucial point on gold. Gold can either go back to the top and break through the all-time highs, and if it does, that is a buying signal for me. Forget about the lower levels, we're going to go long. But if it doesn't break the high, if it rejects from that level, I am waiting for it to come back down to my point of interest. That is where I will be loading up a lot of buys on gold, and nothing too complicated also on these three charts. So that's it, guys. We have analyzed Nasdaq, gold, and US30. And guys, remember, never let laziness derail your progress. Build that discipline, sit on the charts, back test, put in the work, stick to the plan, learn from every winning trade and from every losing trade, and be honest with yourself about what you truly want from the market. If you want to see success, then you should be willing to put in the work. If you're willing to put in the work, then you're actually ready for success. Now, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button, turn on your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. With that, it's been Tino, and I'll see you in the next lit video. Love you guys.
Gonna be when you tell me